Hello and welcome to this video today, which is here to support you with your work on food and nutrition as part of your science. This video is going to talk about the 5 different food groups as designated by the Eat Well guidance from the NHS, as well as 7 different nutrients. Alright, let's get started. All living things need food. Whether you're a plant or an animal, you need food in order to grow, to get taller, to be strong, to grow muscle, and to be healthy. And when we talk about healthy, what we're really talking about is that by eating the right things, we can make sure our bodies run in the right way. So all those processes they do, from sending messages from your brain to your nerves, moving your muscles, from digesting food, growing bone, growing muscle, growing hair even, and all those processes that keep you moving and keep you being able to do all the things you love to do, that is you being healthy, and we need food in order to keep our bodies doing those things. Photosynthesis is what plants do to get their food, to get their energy, would be a more accurate way of talking about it, because photosynthesis is a way of creating energy from light. Photo meaning light, and synthesis being to create something. Plants might make theirs using photosynthesis. Animals do not use photosynthesis, as you know. We get our energy from eating food. And that food for humans can either be plant-based, so things like vegetables and fruits, or it can be animal-based, so different kinds of meats like chicken, beef, pork, etc. And it can also be animal product-based, so it's not directly meat, but things like eggs and cheese are things which we derive from animals. What are the different kinds of foods that humans need? So food, especially for the Eat Well guidance, is divided up into 5 different food groups, and we can see them on the screen here. We've got the green, yellow, purple, blue and pink sections, as well as a little bundle of food off to the side, and we'll talk more about that later. These are the kinds of foods that humans need. Now the diagram, as you can see, has got different size wedges, for lack of a better term, and those different size wedges correspond to, they relate to, how much of each different type of food group you should be eating. So if it's a really large section, then that's obviously we should be eating more of those. And if it's a really small section, we should be having fewer of those. One of the largest sections on the Eat Well plate is fruits and vegetables, and you're supposed to aim to eat 5 a day. Fun fact, in different countries, it's a different number. Dried, frozen and tinned fruits and vegetables count, as well as fruit juices. They're important as sources of vitamins and minerals, which reduce your risk of disease and keep you healthy. But you should limit fruit juice and or smoothies to 150 millilitres a day. This is because of the sugars inside of fruit juice. They're quite concentrated, there's a lot of them. Potatoes, bread, rice, pasta and other starchy carbohydrates form another important food group for us. And those are the things which give us energy. And often with those starchy things like bread and pasta and Weetabix, you're talking about slow release energy. So it's not energy that all comes at once, but it burns like a little flame throughout the day and keeps you energized. And you'll notice that most of our meals are based around potatoes, bread or rice and pasta. They're sort of what we call staple foods. So they tend to be in almost every meal. Oils and spreads are also part of our 5 food groups. So those are things like butter or margarine, or cooking oil as well. And there are 2 different kinds of fat. There is saturated fats and unsaturated fats. And what is recommended for us is that we try, wherever possible, to choose unsaturated fats. Dairy and alternatives is another food group. These are important for strong teeth and bones because of the minerals that they contain. Finally, we've got beans, pulses, fish, eggs and meat, and these are very important for helping us grow and build muscles. You should try to eat 2 portions of fish a week and try to reduce the intake of red and processed meat. Studies have shown, or lots of people quote studies, that indicate that white meat, which is things like chicken and fish, are healthier ways of getting the things we need to grow muscles than red meat. And there we have it in its full and unchanged form. That's the Eat Well guide from the NHS. It also includes, interestingly, water up in the corner. So water is also very important. Drinking plenty of water, so 6 to 8 glasses a day, It's very important for keeping us healthy. You'll notice as well, we've got that little group to the side, which are the crisps, the sauces, the muffins, the chocolate and the ice cream and the biscuits. Now these foods do contain things which our body can use, but the problem for these foods is that they often contain a lot of these things, a lot of sugars or a lot of fats, and so we have to make sure that we're careful about how much of them that we eat. Alright, now we're going to move on to looking at nutrients. Types of nutrients. So there are 7 different types of nutrients. Nutrients are substances that animals need to stay alive and stay healthy, so they are helpful things to have in your body. Nutrients are found in the things that we eat. Proteins are a type of nutrient. They are things that help your body to grow and repair, so fix itself. So if you cut yourself or you have an injury, it's proteins that are involved in the healing process of getting it back together again. Foods high in protein include red meat, fish, beans and yogurt. Carbohydrates, so those are those things which give you energy, those starchy foods, those staple foods. Foods high in carbohydrates include bread, pasta, fruit and potatoes. Fats. Fats are another form of energy. They're quite a concentrated form of energy, so for a little bit of fat you can get a lot of energy. And in fact, your body converts energy into fat when it's got too much energy. It doesn't know what to do with it. It's kind of like a battery in a sense. The body's battery is to store fat. You might think of other examples where you've heard about fat storing energy, and that would be hibernating animals. So you might hear about grizzly bears that eat a lot before winter to put on lots of fat, but that's storing energy, so that when they're asleep through the winter, they burn through that fat in order to keep themselves alive while they're sleeping. Vitamins. Now there are lots of different types of vitamins, but we've gone broad here and just decided to call them all vitamins. You might have heard of things like vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B12. All of these things are really important in keeping your body healthy. Vitamin C is probably one that lots of you have heard of. That's in orange juice. It's a citric acid. These days, we don't often think about vitamin C as being something we need to get into our bodies regularly, but back in the old days when they used to sail on wooden ships, they used to have to try and stock a lot of fruit, fresh fruit and vegetables to take with them, because if they didn't have access to them, they got a disease called scurvy. Minerals. Like vitamins, minerals is kind of a catch-all word. There are lots of different things which are minerals. Salt is a kind of mineral. Minerals are also there to keep your body healthy. Milk, spinach, salt and sweet corn are all things which have a good mineral content. Water. Water helps to move nutrients in your body and get rid of waste that you don't need. It's an essential nutrient for our survival. While it's really important to drink plenty of water, it's also important to remember that many foods contain water also. So foods high in water include tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce and strawberries. Fibre. Fibre is really important for your digestive system. It helps you to process the food that you've eaten and to move it through your gut and then to excrete it at the end. Now I know it might sound a little bit funny, but if you have a diet which doesn't have a lot of fibre, you will find it more difficult to excrete the food that you eat. So if you went to a doctor, they'd probably recommend that you have some whole grain cereals or lentils or whole grain bread, or even from things like apples where you can get fibre from the skin. Within each food group, there are many foods which contain more than one type of nutrient. For example, eating broccoli from the fruit and vegetables section would provide you with various different nutrients. Broccoli is a great source of minerals, especially a mineral called potassium, which is also present in bananas, and is a really good source of vitamins, as well as providing the body with fibre. So in one food, you can have lots of different vitamins and minerals, and it could help your body in lots of different ways, which is really helpful because it means that you don't have to struggle to find all these different foods and eat them every single day. You can actually get a superfood, as it were, which provides lots of those things at once. Right, that's the end of our presentation. So you've learnt about the 5 different food groups on the Eat Well guide, being the starchy foods, the dairy, the oils, the fruit and vegetables, and the meats. We've also talked about the 7 nutrients, being proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, and fibre. And these are all things which are really important to humans to have in their diet so that they can stay healthy and their bodies can grow and you can be strong. Hopefully that information will be useful for the rest of your challenges. Goodbye.